Hey everybody, and welcome back to the new remastered series of all the tasks in Among Us and how to do them. I did the Skeld and Mira HQ, and here I am at Polus. So, I don't really think there's much to say. So, let's just get right to it. So, starting in the office here, this actually... never mind, okay. So actually starting in the office here, right here you have a swipe card. You just swipe it. Sometimes you get lucky and it does that. If you do it too fast or too slow, it'll tell you, and sometimes it just decides to not work, in which case it'll say bad read. We have scan boarding pass. You just click the arrow, then the other arrow, and then do that. But before I do that, I actually didn't know this. I actually quickly want to see what that QR code is. Alright, it's just a Google search. Interesting. You just click the two arrows and just put it over there. If you go down to where admin is over here, you can enter this decontamination to bring yourself into the specimen room. So we have unlock manifolds, which is the same thing as before. You just click the numbers 1 through 10 in increasing sequential order. And if you mess up, you have to restart it. This artifact one, you just drag the items to their silhouettes. And this one's the same memory one from the other two, where you just click what's being shown on there, on this keypad, and each time it adds one more until there's 5 of them, in which you've done it. And if you mess up, I don't remember if you have to start over or not. But you can go through either of these two decontaminations to get to specimen, and you can use either of them to get out of it. But I'll show the medbay scan right here. You just activate the task, that's all. And then that's that. Right here we have the same thing from the Skeld. You just press the button and then you have to wait a minute and come back. So I'll come back to that later. I really like the way the background moves like that. But for the telescope, you give it a little image in the corner, you just have to move around until you find it. You have this little record temperature thing. All you're going to have to do is just hold the down button. Every time on this one, you're just going to have to hold the down button. And also up here we have the repairing drill one. You just click on each of these alerts 4 times. Now these little node things, you can get any combination of them. I simply set it to just one of them, being this one, and you just have to start from this side towards the left and just drag towards a path that lets you get to the one on the right. If you fail, you can't go back, so you'd have to reset it. This outside record temperature is the same thing as the one inside, but it's always going to be higher than what you're at, so just to do it quickly, just hold that up arrow on the screen. Same thing with doing the down arrow for the other one. And you see how I just did that node there? When you do the nodes, you come back in the laboratory and click on the switch in here to actually finish the task. Going up into the dropship here, this key one, you just drag the key, oops, and you put it in the slot and you just turn it. For this one, you just drag the icon along the path. And then we have the fuel engines one. So in here, if we just activate this and hold it to fill up the fuel, and then we come over here, activate this, and then we have to do it again, come back here, fill this up again, and then this time we have to go to the other one, which is right up here. This is your download data. All these little Wi-Fi symbol things around here contain one of them. You might have one or more of these. I set it to just one because you're just waiting, and then I'll show you the uploading part later. Coming down to O2, I put the fixed wiring here. Of course, this is everywhere and pretty self-explanatory. This trash one, just like Mira, you don't have to do a second time, you just pull that and that's it. Down here in the boiler room, actually is open waterways and replace water jug. So for the open waterways, whenever you have that task, all 3 of the wheels will be lit up. You just spin the wheel, you'll see the water will actually slowly rise up. It's just the more you spin it, the faster it fills up. So you just have to do that. These 2, wait for that, and then the third one, let me actually do this real quick. For this one, you just hold the button and do that. And that completes the first step of the task. The third waterway is right here. You just do that, and then the second step of that water jug task is to come over here and do the same thing. Now, so I have more fixed wiring to do. These ones are all perfectly lined up, which is nice. In communications here, you have the reboot Wi-Fi. You just pull this down, and then you have to return in a minute. This right here is the same as the download task. It's whenever you download, you have to upload it right here, and it just acts the same. And while I'm waiting for that, then here in weapons is this task, which just like before, you're just clicking on the asteroids. If you click anywhere, you can shoot, and if you shoot 20 of the asteroids, you do the task. Let's see, what else do I have? Okay, I have the parts in the upper area of O2. So for the fill canisters one, you just drag this canister here, let it fill with oxygen, and then just pluck it off. And then do that with the second one, and then pluck it off. And then the tree one, you just drag all of these to their correct locations that are marked there. And okay. Let me come over here, because now it looks like my third fixed wiring is in the, it says decontamination, which means it's going to be near there in the upper, unless it's actually in it, but it's somewhere in the upper part of the lab. And yeah, it's right here. I'm not going to actually exit this though, I'm just going to wait for it to close again, and then I can come out this way. The inspect sample is done because it's been at least a minute, and you just click on the button underneath the red one, and now it's been a minute, so my reboot Wi-Fi is done. So for this one, you just flip it back and then wait a couple seconds. And there you go. That's every task in Polus. So stick around when the next video comes out, because that'll be the airship. So see you then. Goodbye.